Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining in the week two session of the new seller accelerator program that we have for all new sellers. So my name is Jun Liang, and I'll be the host for today. All right, so I'm a trainer here in Amazon Seller Education team, and then today I'll be sharing with you about brand building on Amazon, and also we'll be inviting a service provider to join us in this session as well to share with you what are the services that they are able to provide to support sellers like you on your Amazon selling journey. All right, so I will cover the first half of the webinar, and then I will pass it over to our service providers later on to share with you their relevant sections. All right, right, some important notice. So again, a quick introduction. So I'm from the Amazon Seller Education team. So we have several learning programs like the Seller University as well as a live webinar. And I also do some other sessions like running this new Seller Accelerator program with the other teams in Amazon as well. So good to see everyone here. So you can actually find this recording as well on our official YouTube playlist. There will be a specific playlist for the new seller accelerator program as well. All right, so for today's session, I will be able to upload it by the end of Friday. So if you have not subscribed to our official YouTube channel, I think it's a good time to subscribe so that whenever I upload a new video, it will appear in your YouTube feed so you know that we have the new webinars that is out. So any question, do put it at the right-hand side if I'm not wrong. All right, the question Q&A box so that I can see it and I will be able to address it at the end of it. And also the Q&A section will exclusively for live attendees, for those of you who are attending right now. All right, so as to be fair for all of you to that share your time with me. Right, so the Q&A will not be uploaded to the videos recording once it's done. All right. Okay, so last but not least, any other information that we share today is updated as of today. So if you happen to see the recording a few months down the road, always refer back to Seller University or Seller Central Help for the most updated information. All right, so this is what I'll be covering today regarding Amazon Brand Registry, A Plus content, Amazon Vine, as also I'll have our service provider to share with you as well on what they have for sellers. All right, very quickly, Amazon Brand Registry. Right, so what is this Amazon Brand Registry about and how can you be eligible for this, right? So like what it says here, it is a program for brand owner, right, to help protect their IP, their intellectual property, right, and also to manage the accuracy of listing and grow their business. So to enroll in this Amazon Brand Registry is actually a free program, so long you have your trademark. Right, so once you have your trademark, pending trademark, registered trademark, you will be able to enroll into Amazon Brand Registry to unlock a lot of brand building tools to help you scale your business even further on Amazon. So there will be a set of brand, like I mentioned, brand benefit tools that I will be sharing a few later that you can actually leverage on it. So what do you actually need? You know, your registered or pending trademark, all right, from the relevant region that you are selling in, all right, because trademark is region dependent, right? It has to be either a text-based or image-based trademark, all right? And then your trademark must match and also appear on the product or the packaging that you are selling on Amazon. Right, key advantage you can read through, but in general, it gives a better brand protection and also accurate brand presentation of your branding on Amazon. All right, and also we'll be able to provide more than 30 tools to support your brand building journey. So these are the five core pillars of branding roadmap that we have here once you enroll into Amazon Brand Registry, where there's more than 30 plus marketing and production tools. I'm just going to zoom in this branding roadmap. All right, you can see it encompass a few, like the branding strategy and what are the tools available to help you. All right, in terms of brand look, we have A plus content, brand store, etc. And then under the brand growth, there are tools like the Amazon Buy or manage your experience to help you drive your brand growth, as well as the brand customers and also the brand protection that's available under this five pillar that will be unlocked for you once you're enrolled into Amazon Brand Registry. Right. And these are the global impact that we have for now. Right, just to highlight a few, you can see that there's over more than 7 millions of the counterfeit product were identified, seized, and appropriately disposed of by Amazon as of 2023. Right, and there's more than over 21K bad actors that were pursued by the Amazon Counterfeit Crime Unit. Right, so we can see what are the impact and also the advantages of being enrolled into Amazon Brand Registry, such that your listing, your IP will be protected. So which country that you can apply for the trademark, right? So these are all the countries and in their relevant local IP officers that Amazon will accept the trademark from. Right, so like what you mentioned here is recommended to apply for a local trademark in the country you are doing business, means you are selling with, right, to ensure you have the relevant brand protection. For example, if you're going to be selling your product into the US, your brand or rather your trademark should come from the US PTO office, all right? So any brand with a mark issued by the trademark office of the government in this country stated here will be eligible to enroll into Amazon brand registry. So secondly, what type of trademark you need to apply? So currently Amazon brand registry only accept text-based, right? You can see the example here, as well as the image-based marks. All right, that it consists of the words, letters or numbers. Right, the example are shown over here. All right. Now, third one is that the brand registry, all right, to enroll, you can use either the registered or the pending mark. All right. So pending mark usually is when you just started registering. Typically, from my own experience, after you register for a trademark, you will be on the pending status first. So it will take about 6 months to a year, all right, depending on the complexity and how many trademark that you are actually applying for, etc. All right, before it's being fully registered. So our service provider later on will definitely be able to share with you more regarding this. Now, again, from the Amazon perspective, to enroll into the brand registry, what are the document things that you should have? So we have a checklist here, right? So a clear picture of the brand, all right, your brand name or your brand image, on the product or packaging of both. This is important. It has to be something that is affixed on the product itself. It cannot be seen as like a sticker, something that you paste it on. All right, this will not be approved to be registered under Amazon Brand Registry. So your brand has to appear on the product itself that appears to be affixed on it, all right, not a sticker. Then you want to make sure that you have your trademark registration number ready already, all right, your application number if yours is a pending trademark, right, and then a list of example ASINs for your product if it's already listed on Amazon. All right, and then you need to also prepare information such as where your products are manufactured or distributed, and of course, what are the product categories of your brand that you're selling. So last but not least, just make sure that the information is entered correctly. You select the right type, whether it's a work mark or a design mark. Right, so your image, trademark image that you upload to Amazon brand registry has to match exactly as the one that appear in the local trademark office. So it's easy. Just make sure that whatever you shared or the image that you uploaded to the local trademark office, use the same one to upload when you are doing your Amazon brand registry enrollment. Right, these are the key steps. Typically, when you do your brand registry, right, go into the site, log in with your account, and then you can start to enroll your new brand. All right, and then you provide all the information that I shared earlier on, and then you will wait for the approval. Typically, it takes about 14 days. You will also receive an email from Amazon whether or not your trademark, or rather, whether or not your enrollment for brand registry is it successful, or do they need more information from you. All right, so moving on. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to put into the Q&A. We will address it before the end of the webinar. So the next thing I want to share is A plus content. And this is closely related because you can only unlock this feature once you are a brand owner, meaning that you are successfully enrolled into Amazon brand registry, then you will be able to unlock this feature. So A plus content, as you can see on all of this image that I show here, they are actual listing of some of our top sellers, right? You can see that you can use A plus content creatively in more visual ways to describe your product selling point, product characteristic, adding a very unique brand story or the kind of the branding that you want your customer to resonate with your brands. All right, so this is something you can't do if you are not enrolled into Amazon brand registry. You will only be able to do very simple listings with like description and the what do you call that, the bullet points and description. You won't be able to add all these visually nice graphics onto your listings. All right, so all this is done using the A plus content feature. Now, of course, these are all the benefits that we do see from our internal data, where you definitely get more conversions, right? Because your listing is now more appealing, right? You are able to provide more visual context and visual informations for your target customers, right? You can also even help to communicate your brand values, right? Bring in more visits and improve the page view, etc. Right? So how can you create the A plus content? So once you enroll into Amazon brand registry, right, you will be able to see this option in your Seller Central, right? If not, it will be locked away. You won't be able to see it. So when you are a brand owner, you can see this under advertising, under the A plus content manager, right? Remember to download, there's a guide here under this training link. There's actually a guide on the best practices. Right. And then just click start creating your A plus content. So on the next screen, you will be shown two options. One is the enhanced product description, which is what you've seen in the earlier slides on the different nice graphics. So that is what we call like the enhanced product description, right? You can create up to a couple of modules like images, um, comparing table, etc. And then the other one you can do is the brand story. It will appear like a top banner in your listing to showcase your brand mission, your brand story, etc. So this is just a screen grab on how it looks like, right? Very straightforward. You don't need to have any coding skills or programming skill. It's all drag and drop, right? For example, you just need to drag the one of the tiles in, which I will share with you later, and then you just put in the relevant information, and you can set it to preview to see how is it before you send it for approval. Right. So again, there will be about 7 days for your content to be reviewed to make sure that there are no information that is not compliance. Things like if you have certain claims, you will need to be able to provide a document to substantiate any form of claims that you mention in your A plus content, etc. Same as your listing best practice as well. You should only put relevant and accurate information on A plus content. Right, the other one is the brand story is similar. There's no coding involved. You can drag and drop the different modules or tiles or widget, how you call it. Right, so here is it. Right, so for the enhanced product description part, where there is actually up to 16 visualization tiles or modules that you can mix and match, right? Up to five you can use for each of your ASIN, right? You can combine them in different ways, just drag and drop. Over here, we share with you an example on how you can use your enhanced product description, your A plus content tiles to actually structure your listing. Right, use it to showcase your product function and convey your brand information so you can create a unique listing. For example, like this, right, you can start with a attention focus kind of tiles, with a big image, right, and then provide more info to capture your customers' interest, right, and then add more information. And then last but not least, you can put your product directly there that you will be able to actually create more brand awareness and recognition. Right, so this is just a guide for you. You can obviously try it out in different kind of the combinations on what works better for you to convey your brand messaging. Right, this is how the brand story tiles will look like. There is actually four that you can choose to use. All right, again, you can combine. Right, the top row is the example. All right, this is what I grabbed from Kia Babies on how they actually make use of the brand story feature to feature their brand mission, etc. You can see how they structured it. So this one will appear in all the listing under this ASIN that the seller selected. All right. So these are the different tiles you can use for your brand story, banner on top. All right. All right. I hope it gives you a better idea on how you can actually use this for your advantage. Right, so it makes a typical listing more engaging, right, for your sellers to read through, and hopefully, that is something that they are able to resonate and believe in your product and ultimately get something from you as well. Right, the next one I want to share is Amazon Vine. All right, this is also only for brand owner. When you enroll into Amazon Brand Registry, you'll be able to utilize this feature as well. So normally when you list a new product, you will typically worry about the following concerns, right? You have very few new product reviews, or you have maybe some reviews, but the quality is not consistent, right? So these are the kind of the potential pain point that Amazon Buy will be able to help to solve it, right, for customer, because we all know that up to 90% of customers do read the customer review and also make purchasing decision based on those reviews, which I'm pretty sure you and I definitely do that when we are doing online shopping, etc. Review is really a critical component in deciding whether or not we choose a certain product. So Amazon Vine, in this program, we invite the most trusted reviewer on Amazon to post opinion about the new product, right, to help their fellow customer make a more informed purchase decisions. So sellers who are eligible can choose which product to enroll in this Amazon buying program, right? So those reviewer, we call it the Vine voices, will be able to see which are the product and they can apply to receive the product for free. And then in return, they will leave a high quality reviews. Right. So this really help to boost the sales of your slow and cold start product. So for all those buying review, you will be able to see actually on those review, you will see there's actually indication that buying customer review of the free products, right? And you can see the quality of review is definitely better than the typical reviews. So not to worry, all these Vine voices are also being, what I say, being checked on as well, being monitored that they have to consistently, provide quality reviews and also provide reviews. If not, they will be excluded from the Vine program. So the requirement is, to recap, you need to be a brand owner and you're enrolled into the Amazon brand registry, right? And then, of course, you are using the professional selling plan. Right, this will not be available for the individual selling plan. Right, it's only for the professional selling plan. And then in terms of the product requirement, your product has to be shipped through FBA. Right, so for the sell ship product, it will not be eligible for Amazon buying. So your product needs to be FBA fulfilled product in order to participate in this program. Right, and the rest is like you need to have less than 30 reviews, etc. And of course, not all products are eligible. There are some exclusion. So you do get trusted review fast because on average, the reviewer, the Vine voice, will post a review within 22 days, after receiving your item, right? And then get to know your customer better because the reviews will be, I would say, will be truthful, all right? So it is not like a paid review kind of thing. So if your product is really good, you will get good review. So it's a double-edged thing, right? So it is not necessary that Vine reviewer only say all the good things, right? So in summary, they'll provide good quality reviews to ensure that it's the true representation of your product. So again, it helps to solve these pain points that seller has been facing, right? Having very less new product review, so you will be able to kickstart your new product by getting a few good quality reviews to help get more visibility to your product, right? And then you also get good quality reviews instead of a few liners. The Vibe Voices will be able to provide more quality and comprehensive kind of reviews for your product. Again, you can see both are review. Which one would you rather get? Right, the top one just saying, good, or the one below, right? So as a customer ourselves, we definitely will read at the content itself instead of just a good, right? Right. Similarly, this is the kind of potential good quality review that you would get, right? They will even provide videos of your products. Right, so you can use the existing tools that we have to help you select if you have more than one product, right, that you can enroll in the Amazon buying program. So you might not be able to see this unless you are already enrolled into Amazon brand registry. Then you can actually find this again under the advertising navigation under buying, right? So again, this is just to share that there will be a dashboard for you to keep track of how many of your product are being redeemed by the Amazon Buy Voices, those reviewers, how many has been claimed, right? So not to worry too much. You will have the, full transparency on how many of your product are being redeemed by the Buy Voices. All right, last but not least, this is important because I want to share with you the fee. All right, there's actually a fee to use Amazon Vine, but there is a free tier now, actually. All right, I'm going to show you since last year onward, if you enroll 1 to 2 units under the Amazon Vine program, there will be $0. There's no fee involved. 1 to 2 units means that you actually put up 2 unit, up to 2 unit that you allow divine reviewers to redeem, all right, and give a review after that. So there's no enrollment fee, right? So if you actually enroll more than two, 3 to 10, all right, so there will be a $75 USD enrollment fee, all right, and again up to 11 to 30 units enroll, there will be a $200 USD fee. Okay, so when will this fee be charged? Right, it's actually mentioned here. So 7 days after the publication date of the first Vine review for that ASIN that is being enrolled, you will be charged the fee. All right, if you are having, 3 and onwards, you'll be charged the fee. 7 days after the first review being published. All right. So, you might ask, so let's say if there's no review, what happens, right? So if let's say when the program is when all your units are redeemed and when the program ended for that particular ASIN, you won't be charged if there are no reviews. Okay? So if there are reviews and once it's published onto your product, right, 7 days later you'll be charged for the fee that's stated earlier on. Right. So there is a capacity you won't be able to use this Amazon Vine program like, forever. So every ASIN you can only enroll up to 30, and you have to decide how many units to enroll per ASIN at the start of enrollment, right? Once you enroll already, you will not be able to enroll again for the same ASIN. So you might want to think about it first, right? You won't be able to add on more after that. Right, and there is a maximum of up to, if I remember correctly, 200 for the whole Amazon Wine program. Right, so for each ASIN you can enroll up to 30, but for the whole program maximum you can only enroll up to 200. So once the quota is up, you will not be able to participate in the Amazon Wine program anymore. All right, so I have a very useful guide from the Seller University as well on the Amazon branding operation model. So this is relevant to the very first slide that I share regarding the 5 pillars. So you can do a quick scan on this to find out what are the 30 Amazon branding tools that you can use at each of your selling stage or your selling journey with Amazon. Can leave here for a few seconds. At the same time, you can also rewatch the recording if you miss out the QR code, or you can also search for this in the Seller Central account, right? Under the Seller University tab, you'll be able to find this. All right,
Hello, everyone. I'm Pauline Escobar, a legal associate at Accolade IP, and I'm excited to guide you through today's webinar on Brand Protection Roadmap, Maximizing Brand Protection for USPTO. But before we dive into this enlightening discussion, allow me to introduce our esteemed company. Accolade IP has been offering comprehensive business consultancy services to both local and international clients at competitive rates since 2009. With our headquarters based in Hong Kong, we have successfully expanded our operations to Beijing, Macau, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Additionally, we have established representative offices in the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand, boasting a global presence with a team of over 80 dedicated employees. What sets Accolade IP apart is our specialization in intellectual property services, including trademark, copyright, design, patent, and domain registration. With over 12 years of experience in the industry, Our team has amassed extensive expertise to ensure that our clients receive unparalleled support and guidance in protecting their intellectual property rights. Furthermore, Accolade IP takes pride in our prestigious partnership with Amazon Service Provider Network. As of November 2023, we have been appointed as a trademark service provider for Amazon in the Philippines. This underscores our recognized expertise and trustworthiness in delivering high quality trademark services within the country, further solidifying our position as a leading intellectual property agency. Now, who among you is interested in registering your brand on Amazon.com? Let's start by gauging your interest in brand registration on Amazon.com. Whether you're already selling on a platform or considering it for the future, brand registration can significantly enhance your brand's visibility and protection. By registering your brand, you gain access to exclusive benefits and tools that can help you stand out in a competitive e commerce landscape. So I'm curious, who among you is interested in taking this step to register your brand on Amazon.com? Let's dive in. Let's explore into this concept a bit deeper. Imagine you're navigating the aisles of a bustling supermarket on the hunt for a specific product. You encounter two similar items side by side. One of them immediately catches your eye with its familiar logo, a brand you've seen advertised or recommended by friends. The other, it's just a nondescript package lacking any distinctive branding. Now, which one do you instinctively trust and gravitate towards? That's the magic of branding. Simply put, a brand is a pledge. It's a commitment to deliver on expectations and differentiate itself from competitors. It's more than just a logo or packaging. It encompasses the reputation, quality, and trust that consumers associate with it. Now, why does this matter? Picture yourself in a crowded marketplace where countless businesses are vying for attention. In this noisy environment, a strong brand becomes your beacon, a beacon of credibility and assurance. It fosters trust and loyalty among customers, driving repeat purchases and fostering long term relationships. Moreover, a robust brand isn't just a magnet for customers, it's a powerful asset that enables you to command premium prices and outshine competitors. Whether you're a small startup or an industry giant, prioritizing your brand is crucial for sustained success in today's competitive landscape. Now let's explore how trademarks tie into your journey with Amazon. As you prepare to sell your products on Amazon's vast marketplace, protecting your brand becomes paramount. This is where Amazon Brand Registry comes into play. By enrolling in Brand Registry, you gain access to powerful tools and features designed to safeguard your brand's integrity and enhance its visibility on Amazon. Here are several advantages of USPTO trademark registration for Amazon Brand Registry. The first one is enhanced brand protection. USPTO trademark registration offers unparalleled protection for your brand, safeguarding it against unauthorized use and counterfeiters. This legal shield is essential for maintaining brand integrity and reputation in Amazon. Next, powerful search and report tools. Brand Registry grants access to Amazon's robust search and reporting tools, empowering you to swiftly identify and address potential infringements. These tools streamline the process, ensuring your brand remains protected from unauthorized sellers. And of course, customer trust. A registered trademark instills confidence in customers, signaling authenticity and reliability. By showcasing your brand's commitment to quality and originality, you can enhance customer trust and loyalty, ultimately driving sales and growth. Now, here are the requirements for filing a trademark application in the US with Accolade. The first step is to send us your proposed mark in digital format. Your proposed mark can come in various forms, including a logo, word, phrase, symbol, or any combination thereof. Essentially, it's anything you intend to use as your trademark to distinguish your goods or services from others in the marketplace. Now, if you're planning to sell your products on Amazon, it's important to understand that Amazon doesn't accept mere symbols or logos as trademarks. Your mark must be accompanied by a word or phrase to be eligible for registration on their platform. Additionally, it is important to note that merely descriptive marks, ones that simply describe the goods or services being offered, are ineligible for registration unless they have acquired secondary meaning. This means that your mark must go beyond describing the product or service and have become associated with your brand in the minds of consumers. The second step is to send us an electronic copy of your certificate of registration in your country of origin or mere proof of pending application if applicable. In this step, we request an electronic copy of your certificate of registration in your country of origin or mere proof of pending application if applicable. This information will help us determine the basis we will utilize for your U.S. trademark application. Now, it's important to understand the US specific requirement. Before trademark registration in the US, you typically need to submit proof of use that you are using the mark in the US. However, if you have a pending or registered trademark in your country of origin, you can bypass the proof of use requirement in the US. This provides flexibility and simplifies the registration process. Please note that for a pending application, it must be filed within 6 months from the filing of the US application. This ensures timely processing and compliance with registration requirements. Next is to send us the URL of your business website, links to your social media profiles, and samples of marketing materials featuring the trademark. Your website link, social media sites, and marketing materials are vital for drafting accurate trademark specifications and determining the appropriate trademark classes for your US application. These sources provide valuable insights about your business, its nature, and the goods or services you offer. Your website showcases your brand identity, while social media platforms reveal your target audience and market positioning. Marketing materials highlight your unique selling points. By analyzing these online assets, we can curate specifications that align with your brand and accurately represent your offerings. Additionally, we can determine the most suitable trademark classes for registration, maximizing the protection of your trademark. Rest assured, our expert team will carefully evaluate your online presence to ensure precise specifications and select the appropriate trademark classes for your US application. Rest assured as well that we perform thorough due diligence using your provided requirements. In addition to manual searches, our cutting edge AI powered software aids us in assessing your mark's registrability. By combining manual searches with AI technology, we ensure a comprehensive analysis of potential conflicts. Our efficient process allows us to provide a search report within 1 to 3 business days, enabling you to move forward with your trademark application promptly. You can trust that we prioritize both accuracy and timeliness in our evaluation process, providing you with the necessary information to make informed decisions about your trademark registration. Choosing Accolade IP, you can take advantage of the following benefits. You can avail a special 10% discount for filing a U.S. trademark registration. You can enjoy a 10% discount on all U.S. trademark related services, such as, but not limited to, filing an amendment of specifications, coexistence agreement, and filing a response to an office action. You can take advantage of a free trademark preliminary search. benefit from unlimited consultations with our trademark specialists and lawyers, and of course, as an Amazon seller, you'll be regarded as a VIP client, entitling you to priority treatment in the application queue. This ensures that your applications receive expedited processing. Please feel free to scan this QR code on the slide. It will direct you to a form where you can submit any inquiries you might have. We highly encourage you to complete the form as it helps us address your specific needs and provide you with tailored assistance. So rest assured, our team is here to support you throughout the trademark registration process. Whether you have questions about the trademark registration requirements, due diligence, procedure, or any other aspects of your trademark application, we're ready to assist you. We value your questions and concerns, and we invite you to take advantage of a free legal consultation. Our office is conveniently located in the CIP building. It's near the entrance of Venice Grand Canal Mall on Agro Field. We are committed to offering personalized support and ensuring that your trademark application is handled with the utmost care and expertise.
Right. Hi, everyone. Okay. I'll be discussing on the crucial role of trademarks, essentially, for all of you, potential and already Amazon sellers. Right. So, the item that we'll be going through today would be in regards of trademarks, how trademark helps in your online business, and then we'll talk about some case study, and we'll also talk about benefit of registered trademark and trademark in US essentially. All right. So I believe both of you know what is trademark. So trademark essentially, if you make it short and simple, it's your brand itself. It's your brand. It's your logo. It's the image and the identity of your company and even your products carry. So type of trademarks. So there's wordmark. Like just now earlier, Junyang mentioned there's what they actually accept is wordmark. So you can see one of the example over there. Stylized wordmark. Stylized wordmark is something like a normal font is, but they include cursive writing or even special writing. Device figurative mark is essentially logo. Combined mark is wording with logo. Sound mark MGM. So if you have watched any MGM movie, right, you realize that when at the start of the movie they have this lion roaring at the beginning. So that can be basically protected as a trademark as well. Color mark Tiffany. So a lot of I mean, when we heard about Tiffany color, Tiffany blue, right, it actually derived from Tiffany itself. Scent mark and shade mark. So how trademark helps in your online business, right? So if you have a applied trademark or even a registered trademark, essentially you can prevent the sale of counterfeit products in the marketplace. Obviously, with having a trademark, you have a legal protection. You can actually take legal action towards any potential infringer. Obviously, having a trademark, essentially you are providing your public and your potential buyers to trust your product, and basically you build credibility as well. So if you do not register your trademark, it's very hard for you to basically enforce your rights. So imagine this. If you have a legal dispute or any third party actually try to infringe your product, they try to sell your product with your brand, how are you going to enforce your rights? It's very difficult because you have nothing to basically show proof that you own the brand. Basically, also you'll be limited by expansion opportunity. What happened is a lot of online platform or even different marketplace, right? For example, Amazon itself. A lot of time they will take identity, trademark identity very seriously before even allow you to even list your products on a marketplace. It can be online or even offline. Obviously, if you don't file for a trademark, you don't have your brand, counterfeiting are bound to happen and cyber squatting are bound to happen. So cyber squatting are essentially a third party with bad faith, they use your brand and they file your brand in a different country or different jurisdiction or a jurisdiction that you wish to do business at, and essentially control the brand and don't allow you to use the brand in a certain jurisdiction or even in an online marketplace. So this is a case study. So essentially everyone know who is Tesla and everyone know what the brand Tesla is. So Tesla being such a huge brand, right? Everyone will obviously feel that, oh, being Tesla, I will actually file my trademark everywhere in the world. However, Tesla actually did not file their brand in China. So when Tesla wanted to enter into the China market, they actually found out that there was actually a third party with bad faith filed for the trademark and got the trademark registered. So what happened was obviously Tesla being Tesla, they wanted to take this action against this China citizen. However, because of the amount of money and time that they actually went through, eventually Tesla actually paid them 23 over million yuan to basically settle this matter. So if you go to the next case study, Burger King and Hungry Jacks. So if you actually been to Australia, you will actually realize that, how come there's no Burger King there? We only see Hungry Jack. If you actually walk into Hungry Jack, you will also realize that the menu essentially is the same, right? It's identical as compared to Burger King. What happened was very similar as well. Burger King wanted to enter into Australian market, right? Opening their franchise, opening their brand over there. However, when they entered into the market, they actually realized that there was actually a third party filed for the trademark and got the trademark registered. So the third party with bad faith wanted to sell Burger King trademark to them. However, being Burger King, after doing some calculation, they realized that rebranding, it will be more what they call cost efficient for them instead of actually buying over Burger King. So is trademark actually protected worldwide? No, it's not. Like Julian mentioned earlier, it's actually territorial basis, right? So wherever that you plan to sell your product or have a marketplace at, those are the jurisdiction that you need to consider. Okay, I'm not going to go through benefit of registered trademark in Amazon. I believe Julian has gone through it. So we will jump to trademark application and registration in the US. So very important thing, similar to US or even Singapore, you need to understand what is your trademark. You need to understand whether you have a strong trademark or a weak trademark. It can be fanciful, arbitrary, subjective, descriptive, or generic. You must understand what's the position of your trademark. So this is a chart whereby we show you acceptable trademark and unacceptable trademark. So what is acceptable, right, in the registry eyes, right, are fanciful and invented trademarks, suggestive trademark, and arbitrary trademarks. Unacceptable trademark are usually trademark that's descriptive or generic. So as you can see, for example, the image that we show right below, generic trademark, you see the first image on your bottom left, right? You can see bread. So this is a bakery. They are actually basically selling bread, different type of breads, but their trademark is essentially bread. So this is a very generic trademark. Descriptive, Auto Care Association. Auto Care Association, basically you can see very clearly they define their what they call, they define their business. Suggestive trademark, Netflix. Arbitrary trademark, you can see it's a creative trademark, Apple. Fanciful trademark, they have images together with wording. What is eligible to apply for trademark under the USPTO? So US, as compared to different market, for example, Singapore or even Australia, just like I mentioned, or even China, the requirement a little bit different, right, as compared to the rest of the jurisdiction that Amazon lists at earlier as well. So in the US, right, in order for you to be eligible to file for a trademark, there are few requirements you have to fulfill either one of it, right? Number one, you have to currently you basically using your trademark. Number two, or you have intention to actually plan to use your trademark in that jurisdiction. Number three, or you have an earlier filed trademark in other countries. For example, you have one trademark filed in Singapore, right? We can use the foreign trademark as a basis to file your trademark in the US, right? Number three and number four is very similar. Last but not least, Marriott Protocol. Marriott Protocol is basically a system whereby for foreigners to go through under the World Intellectual Property Organization to file for a foreign trademark. Application requirements very similar to Singapore. You must obviously know your trademark and you must know your what class, what industry you want to file. Right. So just now, as you can see from the requirement, right, we actually mentioned T's plus and T standard, right? So these are one of the things that is very important for potential applicants who have intention to file in the US. So a lot of time, right, when people file trademark in the US jurisdiction, they'll be wondering, how come when I speak to this service provider, they are giving me this cost, and another service provider, they are giving me a different cost. So in the US, basically, if you actually can fulfill the earlier requirement, if you can see the slide earlier, slide 16, right? If you can actually fulfill one of the requirement on on the slide that we are showing right now, right, then it become a less expensive option, right? However, if you cannot fulfill one of that requirement, you still can file your trademark, but it becomes a more expensive, what you call process, whereby you file your trademark first, and then subsequently we add on additional documentations to support all the different requirement that earlier that has been mentioned as well. All right, application and registration flow. I won't go through this because this is just a standard process. Okay, how to maintain a trademark registration in the US? Okay, this is very, very important for trademark owner that has intention to file in the US market. Why? It's because Singaporean, for example, if you were to file a trademark in Singapore, most of the time, if you get a advice from IPOS will basically tell you this, right? Submit your trademark. Once it's registered, you just have to renew it once every 10 years. So this is essentially that. However, in the US, it's a little bit different and a little bit complicated. Why? So in the US, they actually respect people who actually use their trademark a lot. So why do they do that? Is because they are trying to prevent trademark squatters, right? They're trying to prevent cyber squatters. So what happened is, for example, earlier we mentioned that if you don't file your trademark in a certain jurisdiction, if in the event a third party file for your trademark, they become a squatter, they own your trademark. Those people are IP squatter or cyber squatter. So in the US, what will happen is cyber squatter exists in the US. Why? Because one of the things is US people, they have a very deep understanding when it comes to IP. So before that, a lot of what do you call bad faith owner, bad faith applicants basically file for trademark and they own the trademark. So it becomes a very complicated system whenever an actual genuine owner want to enter into a jurisdiction. So because of that, US introduced a system whereby once a trademark is being filed, they want you to show proof that you are actually using the trademark. You are not a bad faith, what do you call applicants. So because of that, in the US, there's a requirement whereby you are required to submit declaration of use during during your third year and your fifth year, your sixth year, and subsequently, so and so forth. So if in the event, right, you cannot fulfill a requirement whereby you already started using your trademark, your subsequent option will be essentially to file a document declaring when is the last usage of your trademark in US jurisdiction, even if you can't fulfill that, but the last fulfillment for you that you have to comply would be declaring when do you plan to use the trademark eventually. So if you cannot fulfill either declaring you have already started using it, or when's the last time you're using it, or when's the next time you plan to use it, if you cannot fulfill all these requirements, essentially the registry will basically remove and abandon your trademark. All right. So this is something that potential trademark owners who plan to file in the US, you need to take note of this because this is very, very important for you to basically maintain your trademark in the US. So declaration of use and declaration non-use, I already mentioned that. We go to the next one. Okay, benefit of securing your trademark. Obviously, if you have your trademark registered, you will avoid a lot of unnecessary rebranding. For example, just now that I mentioned, Burger King and Hungry Jack, right? Having a registered trademark, you'll be able to build your what do you call your value of your brand, and basically, essentially, it will create goodwill towards your brand. And last but not least, with a filed trademark or a registered trademark, you are able to protect your trademark against unauthorized parties. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Yongbo and team, for sharing all this information.